Hi, Peter Charles here of Hook to Fly Fly Fishing, and today we're going to do the blue charm in a relatively simple form. And this particular fly, I don't think the origins of it are well known. If you have a source that describes the origins of the fly, drop it in the the comments. I would love to read about it. But as far as I know, the original tire of this and designer of this fly has been lost to history. And I'm going to tie the simple version, and there's a reason for it. This is a box of flies that I got off of an estate sale, and they're very plain, drab, roughly tied, may have been tied in the hand for all I know. And the point of the matter is, simple flies catch fish. So we make a choice as fly tiers. Do we want to just tie a fly that catches fish, or do we want to tie a work of art? Both are equally valid. No judgment call there. I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. But the idea is this is going to be a fishing fly rather than something that's really fancy. So let's get started and look at the material. The hook we're using today is a Mustad Salmon Single in a size 6. We're going to be using this Vivus Black in 8/0. Our tag and rib is going to be this Uni French Silver Oval in a small size. Our tail is going to be Golden Pheasant Crest. Our body is going to be Black Floss. The throat is going to be this Silver Dr. Blue hackle. And our wing is going to be Squirrel Tail, Gray Squirrel Tail. So let's get started. Bring your thread perhaps a little bit past the hook point. Now we tie in our tinsel for both our tag and our rib. We're going to use one piece this time. You might have seen me in other videos cut it and use 2 pieces. This time we're just going to use 1. Get your thread out of the way. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in a couple of very tight wraps here to make sure this doesn't move. Okay, and we get that out of the way. Now for our golden pheasant. Now I put in a couple of pinch loops here to start, then I adjust. Hold it in position. These first wraps are not tight. I don't want it moving. If it's in the right spot, and then I'll bind it tight so it doesn't pull out. But at the same token, I don't want it twisting. The first wraps have got to be soft with this, otherwise it splays and twists. And I'll just double check that. Oh, that looks good. There we go. Now for the floss. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to fill up this gap between the bump and the return by making 3 passes with the floss. So we take this up to the return. You can actually put a turn or so on it and come back. Now whatever you do, don't hit the floss with the hook point. It will make a mess. Now come back right to the tail. Be careful you don't move the tail when you're doing this. Now forward. Bring it up onto the return, and we tie it off. Now for putting on the rib. If you want to use hackle pliers to keep grip of this smaller tinsel, and we just start coming forward. Trying to get even turns out of it. Going about 5 is typical of this type of fly. Keep the tag underneath and fold it over, bind it down, and trim it off. Okay, now for the throat. And I'm going to use this softer, webbier material. I think it flows better than the spiky stuff, but that's your choice. I put that throat just short of the hook point. Pinch loop it into place. Clean that up. Stays underneath. And finally our squirrel. I'm going to stack this. Now the wing, I'll get rid of a couple of strays here. The wing should go back to the point of the golden pheasant crest. Right there. Soft wrap, keep it on top, then bind it down. And now we whip finish. And now some head cement. Okay, there's our blue charm, ready to go. Simple pattern, very effective. It's caught a lot of Atlantic salmon over the years. And I think you could use this for steelhead in a larger size as well. So, as I say, you could put the yellow floss on it if you wanted to, which that yellow floss would go between the tip and it will become the tag of the fly. That's your choice. Some people put ostrich herl in there as well. Yeah, so you can do other things with it. But that's the basic blue charm, and it catches fish. So give it a try. Cheers.